Hey guys, NCWQ here. Just thought I'd jump on for a few minutes. We are just watching the ball today. Um, I have turned on Canada so you can see Canada's earthquakes for the past 30 days. Hang on a minute. I have also turned on Turkey and Italy so you can see their earthquakes using the different sites. So let me show this to you, and then we'll make sure that you know which feeds I'm actually using. So I'm using 2.5 EMSC World Last 100, Geonet New Zealand Last 150, NRCANADA Last 30 days, in INGV Italy Last 150, Turkey Last 150, SSN Mexico 1 day. So those are the feeds that I am using on this live stream. I'm trying to make sure that I don't get too many overlapping earthquakes and that y'all can see what is actually going on in the world. I have not turned on Australia due to the fact that when I turn on Australia, it doubles the earthquakes for other regions. And so therefore we have too many earthquakes in other regions. So I wanted to make sure that y'all are getting a good view without overloading my app and my computer. Yes, Canada has quite a bit of earthquakes for the last 30 days. You have to look at the Canadian site, but the nice thing about this earthquake 3D is I can show NR on here and show the earthquakes that Canada has been having. So no, you don't see Canada being shown often, but I wanted to make sure that people are getting an idea of the earthquakes that is going on in Canada as well as the United States. So you can see that looks to me like they've had quite a swarm going on up here in Canada region on the East Coast. So that has been the last 30 days for Canada. Also out into the areas over here above Canada, you can see that they've had to have earthquakes as well. So enjoy, you guys, and I will be back in a few minutes. Hey y'all. I will be in and out today. I'm working on stuff behind the scenes. I was not going to live stream today, but I decided to put up Earthquake 3D. I decided to put up Earthquake 3D for people who might like to watch, or watch what earthquakes hit in the world today. I have just been busy doing other things and wanted to give y'all a stream to watch. So anyway, I'm going to be working on stuff that I've got to work on here around the house, and I will be leaving this stream up till about 12 o'clock so that y'all can watch earthquakes. I will check back in from time to time. All right. So, you guys, I want to tell y'all something. I didn't sleep very well last night. I like slept 2 hours on, 2 hours off, like kept waking up and wasn't sure why. And then I dreamed that California was going to have a 9.8 earthquake at San Bernardino. Woke up immediately, jumped out of bed, and checked earthquakes. That is the first time in a long time that I've ever dreamed that a place was going to have a major earthquake. Now, we all know that California is due to have an earthquake, but the area was San Bernardino. So that is near the San Andreas Fault because I had to go look it up as I don't live in California. I had to go look up the area. So it was just odd. It was one of those dreams that you have that you don't forget that like wakes you up like what? And so I woke up and I like went and checked Earthquake 3D and I mean I went and checked Google Earth too to find out exactly where it was at, but it was just a real weird dream. John says, I never sleep at night. I nap during the day. Well, that's a problem I'm having lately. I've been taking naps during the day too. So, been trying to cut that out. So, yesterday I didn't really nap during the day. And last night I was awake every 2 hours. And let's not do that again. A lucid dream? I don't know. It was a weird dream. It's one of those dreams that you remember and you don't forget. So, I mean, I just hopped right out of bed and I was like, I got to look at earthquakes. And oh my goodness, either I've been looking at earthquakes too much lately or I'm having premonitions. I don't know. But I would just say, don't base it on me, but you should be prepared anyway for earthquakes. Um, no matter where you live in the world. I mean, if you look at Earthquake 3D, you can see that there's pretty much earthquakes everywhere. Like I'm looking at Canada, and I was just looking at it for the past 30 days, and I was noticing some things with over here with how the earthquakes go off land here, and then they form a straight line up here, which is, I mean, I'll show it to you. Right here, it seems that they go off land. Over here from Canada up, this kind of like this straight line, and then there's a turn here. So you wonder if there's a craton up there as well. And then I notice from here they seem to go straight up there as well. And they all end up at the Antarctic. Is it the Arctic? It's the Arctic. Yeah. So I was just looking at that a little bit ago, found that kind of interesting. My cat tells me of quakes I don't hear about it late about too later. You know, we have a cat that meows 24/7, so I wouldn't know whether she was alerting for an earthquake or not. She pretty much is very, very talkative all the time. Joe says taking naps in the daytime just prepares you to be alert 24/7. Thomas Edison slept 20-minute cat naps and never slept for any length of time. He says this way he could be in his lab virtually all the time. Ah, interesting. So, you guys, I have an idea. This next week, except for during the time that I have my surgery to whenever I decide to come back online, I am thinking about doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and each day having a different topic. Money Monday, and that'll be about things that are going on in the world, recalls, and whatnot. Of course, we'll still be looking at Earthquake 3D and weather. Um, Tuesday, I'm thinking about doing Weather Wednesday. Um, Thursday, I'm not sure what Thursday is going to be. It could be Tornado Thursday or Tropical Storm Thursday. depending on what's going on. Um, I'm going to come up with a topic for each day of the week and give y'all updates for those days. Um, Money Matters Monday is one of the ones that I wanted to do because there's been so many recalls going on. And I bring up recalls pretty much every video that I've been doing. And recalls are important for everybody, such as the food recalls because of salmonella and the stuff that's going on with chickens and chickens that are actually being slaughtered now because of the bird flu. And then they found bird flu in milk. So, we've got a lot of things to discuss. So I was thinking about doing it this way. John says money is I have none topic. Yeah, same here. None of us do, but you know what? It's something we can talk about so that I can steer people from when they go to the store to go buy groceries that they're not buying a recalled item. Because if you're buying a recalled item, chances are you might get sick. So I was thinking about each day having a different topic during the week. And that way, if you're interested in the topic, you can show up and watch and listen. And if you're not interested, then, that's fine. We're also going to have an earthquake day. So Tuesday and Thursday is going to be tornado day and tropical storm day. Now, if there's no tropical storms, then we'll talk about what could happen. As y'all know, scientists have pretty much gotten ready to add in a Category 6 hurricane. So that is something that we need to discuss. Recalls come so late, it's too late. Well, it's not always too late. People can always check their fridges for things that they bought to make sure that they don't open and use them. That is important. So it's not always too late for some. For others, yes, it may be too late. So what do y'all think? If y'all can give me some ideas of topics for each day, that would be awesome. Because I was sitting there yesterday plugging my head around what topics I could talk about per day of the week. And there's a lot of things. Now, as far as the protests that are going on in the United States, I am not even going to give those the time of day. Um, Here's the issue with that. A lot of the channels that I saw years ago got took down because they talked about the protests. So, or they got their videos removed or whatever. So I'm not going to get into talking about those because I don't feel I have anything to add into the conversation. I have a daughter who is in college, and I called her the other day and told her, hey, you're not getting involved in the protests, are you? Because she's in university, and I know that her university has been doing some protests. And she told me no, and that she doesn't have the time to even think about it. So I was like, great, because, the last thing I want is to get a phone call that my daughter's been arrested or that she's being kicked out of college and she's almost on her last year. So she's due to graduate here in the next year. So I wanted to make sure that she's not getting caught up in that or that she's not getting picked on or bullied or anything else. I'll say it this way. The reason for that is my daughter is Mexican American. I am American, 96% European, and my daughter is darker skinned because her father is Indian from down in Mexico. So he's American Indian, but she's a darker skin, and I worry that she would be bullied at school or picked on because people think she's Mexican when she's not. Most, if not all, banks. I can't read what you're saying there because there's a heart in the way. Okay, Most, if not all, banks or financial institutions have been attacked. Yes, that's true. The other day, Chase Bank was down. Let me look and see what down detector is saying for right now, because I do know that Chase Bank was down. Um, Let me see. Chase Bank was down. Right now, USPS.com is down. Metronet is down. TikTok is down. Interesting. Let me show you all this. Okay. If you want to look at down detector, TikTok says it's down. Metronet, USPS.com. Just scroll through here and look. The orange ones mean that they're actually having some issues. So Threads, Facebook, and Credit Karma, Cricket, US Cellular, and QuickBooks seem to be having some problems today. Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams was having problems the other day. Let's see, banking. Okay, the other day it was Chase Bank. Chase Bank still looks like it's having some drama. Citibank looks like it's still having some drama. The other ones look good for right now. If you're ever going to go with a bank, go with Federal Credit Unions. And that's something to keep an eye on. The other day, people were being logged out of their Chase accounts. And they were being logged out, securely logged out. People were not able to transfer their money. They were not able to pay their bills. They were not able to take care of things that mattered to them. And that was Chase Bank, PayPal, and you see. Let me see if I can find the list of all of them. Yeah, I found it. Okay, it was Chase Bank, Zelle, Microsoft Teams, and Shopify. We're all in the red. Then you had JP Morgan, Frontier, Venmo, PayPal, Square, Rumble, and LinkedIn were all yellow, meaning that they were having some difficulties. So the other day was interesting to say the least. That happened with you with Ally Bank. I've never heard of Ally Bank before. Joe says, I get USPS mail of all my mail coming today, none today. Also, on my Google Drive, they deleted just about all my videos. What? Holy jeez, Joe, that's not good. So, anyways, if you guys want to give me ideas, let me know as to what you think would be a good topic for each day of the week. If you come up with a really good idea, that would be awesome. Uh, Bella, I don't know if they were hacked or if they were having computer issues. Um, there was a lot of information going on about it. Let me see if I can find some more news. Um, Chase was people were reporting logging out that the platform kept logging them out with an error showing on the screen while signing into the application, and that the outage was nationwide. JP Morgan Chase customers in Los Angeles and New York were the most vocal with raising their concerns. The Chase banking app was down with users reporting that the platform kept logging them out. The customers were saying that they had been locked out of Chase Bank app for the past few hours. The retail bank services provider online platform mobile app reportedly was not functioning and confirmed by online outage trackers. The down detector's metrics reflected a sudden rise in users reports at about 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. across different time zones in the United States. The data added to the latest online commentary happening on social media, in which customers complained they had not been able to use Chase Bank's mobile applications. At least 7,000 users reported an online outage tracking websites about the issues with the consumer banking company owned and managed by JP Morgan. Among the user reports on Down Detector, 64% of users experienced some issues with Chase Bank mobile login. 28% complained they were not able to use web login, and the remaining 9% could not complete transactions. Somebody stated that 15K appeared in their Chase Bank and they were about to send it all to their Venmo, and then the app logged them out. So it looks like people were having money sent places that they didn't get, or were getting money that they weren't supposed to have. Interesting. So, yep, those are the sites that were having issues um, with banking. So that's just something else to be taking into consideration, that you should always have a little bit of money on you so that if your banking is down, that you still have a means to put gas in your car, food on your table. Um, you never know when there's a hack strong enough that it takes it down for a week or more. So that's something to be concerned about and to be prepared for. Cute puppy or cat video. Ah. John, don't we all? I'll tell you what, this month has been bad. My daughter wasn't able to pay for groceries this month, so it fell to me to try to take care of her and my daughter, and ended up costing me because I'm short on rent for this next month, but I will figure that out. Um, just got to do what I got to do to get by, you know? But go a day. I will go days without eating myself to make sure that my daughter and my granddaughter and my son have food. I have always been that way. I would go without when they were younger to make sure that they had what they needed. And I will always be a mother that way. Lion King of the jungle, Cat's king of the internet. I don't know. I like panthers. Okay, you guys. So give me ideas as to what you think. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I'm going to have different topics per day. So you'll notice things are a little bit different. As far as my channel goes, we'll be discussing different things on different days of the week. I think I'm also going to do a preparedness day, whereas we'll talk about ways to be prepared. And that means prepared for fires, prepared for earthquakes, prepared for hurricanes, prepared for tropical storms, because we here on the East Coast and Florida area are getting ready for hurricanes and tropical storms, of which one just started and fizzled out. So it's time to start keeping an eye out when you're starting to see that the weather is getting ready to throw you a tropical storm or hurricane. And like I was just saying a little bit ago, scientists are getting ready to name a new category of hurricane. Weather Wednesday sounds good. We should, yeah, Weather Wednesday. Don't confuse super cane with sugar cane. No, the newest category that they're coming up with for a hurricane is category 6. And let me look and I'll give you some information about it. Okay. Uh, okay. Scientists explore whether to add category 6 designation for hurricanes. Hurricanes are rated on a scale from 1 to 5 depending on their wind speeds. The higher the speed, the higher the category. But as climate change makes powerful storms more common, it may be necessary to add a sixth category. According to a new paper published by leading hurricane researchers, the current 5-point scale called the Saffir-Simpson scale was introduced in the 1970s and has been used by forecasters around the world, including the National Hurricane Center in Florida. Under the scale, storms with a maximum wind speed of 157 miles per hour or higher designated as Category 5 hurricanes. Category 5 storms used to be relatively rare, but according to climate change is making them more common, research shows. The same recent Category 5 storms have had high wind speeds that would make it more sense to assign them a Category 6 if such a category existed. The authors of the new paper, James Cosin of the First Street Foundation and Michael Werner of Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory, have been studying the effects of climate change on hurricanes for decades. They propose that Category 5 should include hurricanes with maximum sustained winds of 157 to 192 miles per hour, and that the new Category 6 should include any storm with wind speeds above 192 miles per hour. Under the new scale, Category 6 hurricanes would be exceedingly rare right now. For example, it might apply to 2013's Typhoon Haiyan, devastated the Philippines with wind speeds around 195 miles per hour. In fact, scientists in Taiwan argued at the time that Haiyan necessitated a new category designation. Four other storms since 2013 would qualify for Category 6, including 2015's Hurricane Patricia, which hit Mexico, and three typhoons that formed near the Philippines in 2016, 2020, and 2021. But other powerful storms wouldn't make the cut. For example, Hurricane Irma had sustained winds of around 185 miles per hour when it hit the U.S. Virgin Islands in 2018 as a Category 5 storm. The wind damage from Irma led some residents to suggest that the storm could have been given a Category 6 designation by forecasters because they felt that it hadn't been adequately warned about the extraordinarily dangerous wind. However, under the new proposed scale, Irma would still remain a Category 5 storm. Similarly, Hurricane Dorian had wind speeds of around 185 miles per hour when it made landfall in the Bahamas in 2019. It was and would remain a Category 5. The new scale would do little to convey the particular danger from storms such as Hurricane Harvey, Hurricane Florence, or Hurricane Ida, which fit cleanly into the current wind speed scale, but cause deadly flooding from extreme rain. Climate change is to blame. Studies have found that hurricanes and other storms are dropping more rain because of a warmer atmosphere can hold more water. The National Hurricane Center, which handles official category designations for hurricanes that threaten the United States and its territories, has not weighed in on the question of adding a Category 6. The center has done other things to update hurricane forecasts in response to climate change. However, new storm surge forecasting tools and upgrades that allow forecasters to predict the intensity and location of storms earlier so people have more time to prepare and evacuate. So you can see that they're actually talking about a Category 6, but they haven't yet made a Category 6, so they are talking about it. So I'm curious what the hurricanes are going to be for the United States. First tropical disturbance of 2024 is no longer monitored by the National Hurricane Center, and that was the one for yesterday. Um, Says more than 30 days out from the official start of Atlantic hurricane season, the National Hurricane Center tracked the first feature of the year. However, many off-season developments, it was just a meteorological wonder. The NHC gave the area of low pressure, which was more than 1,000 miles off the African coast, just a 10% chance of development on Wednesday, and said its window for organization would likely end on Thursday. The Fox Forecast Center said the area of low pressure broke away from the frontal boundary to become its own unique feature in the open Atlantic. Due to the position of the area of low pressure, the disturbance was simply a marine interest until upper level winds sheared away thunderstorm activity on Thursday. So you can see that this storm, they said, was producing wind gusts of 35 miles an hour, and the seas were reported between 11 and 14 feet in the vicinity of the thunderstorms. And it says elsewhere in the Atlantic Basin, computer forecast models show no development of tropical cyclones through at least the first week of May. Now, June starts hurricane season, so that's why we have to keep an eye out, because a year ago we had our first official hurricane. I believe it was in April or March or April. So we did have one earlier last year. So we should expect that we may see something earlier this year. Okay, you guys, I am going to jump off and I will see you all in chat. Okay, you guys, I got some things to get done and I'm going to end my live stream for now. I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully, as long as everything goes well. Much love and thank you for being here today. I really appreciate you. I will jump back on if there's any big earthquakes that we need to discuss. Much love.